Hey guys, welcome back. My name is ItsRazjer, and today we're coming back with some more Stellaris. I'm actually going to show you how to do something today, how to use sectors. Sectors are very interesting to me. I didn't understand completely how to use them. As you can see, I have a little white outline in my empire that's kind of cloudy. That's actually a sector that I don't have direct control of, except for like the space stations. Um, and they're very useful because if you're at your planet cap, they allow you to keep expanding your empire without suffering the consequences of having too many planets. I'm going to show you what I mean by that. Alright, see how I have this planet? I'm going to take this off, and it's actually going to put me over my planet resource, or my planet limit. So my directly controlled planets, I can control 5. Well, I have 6 now, so I'm above the limit. So now my monthly influence is minus 10%, and my monthly energy credits is minus 10%. Doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but it does get worse. Let's say, for instance, I didn't have my sector at all. All right, I didn't have my sector. I just kept expanding. Okay, well now I'm at 12 out of 5. Now I'm bleeding 70% credits, as you can see, minus 164. Man, how the hell would you ever get anywhere in this game if that was your limit? You can only have 5. All right, so I didn't understand sectors. So I'm going to show you how to use them today. All right, simply you go to your Empire hotkey, or your Empire tab, which is for me F12, and you come up here and you click Create New Sector. And then you can see all the red X's and green X's. You have to start with the green ones, which are initially a planet. Alright, I'm actually going to start with this one down here. Alright, and then when you click on it, you can see that it's already been put in the sector. And now you can add all of these other sectors around it that are in your influence, that you actually control. Alright? And you just keep adding to it until you're satisfied. And every single one you add, every time you add a planet, which I'm doing right here, you can see it going down furthermore. And my resources are starting to get a lot better. See, I'm at 114 right there. But when you start to select the ones that are actually given to you pretty good, you can drop. It's going to drop, and it's probably going to drop. All right, all these are actually taken away from my initial resources, but it's okay because sectors provide you with a different way of management by, for instance, the frontier outpost. When you click the frontier outpost, you don't pay for the influence anymore. So you can frontier, frontier, frontier. Just add it to the sector. The sector has to worry about it. They don't have their own influence, so it's good. All right, then you just click finish, and now they're their own sector. Now, go back to your Empire screen, and if you scroll down, now you see that you have your own sector, which I was on earlier. It tells you all the information about it. It has 7 colonies in it. It has 127 colony size, which if you're not familiar with the colony size, what that means, if you click on the planet, it'll actually tell you what the planet size is, 18. That means there's 18 spots that you can build on. So it kind of just adds all that together and says, well, there's 127 potential spots that you can have a population on, basically. And then, of course, it's telling you the sector colony pops has 80 pops, which is the population. And it gives you all the stats that it's producing for you. And over here is the most important tab of all, in my opinion. What you want them to do. You can have them do military focus. The sector will focus on building defensive stations and generating the minerals and energy credits needed to build and maintain them. That, in my opinion, would be more effective in late game when you're so big that your army can't be everywhere at once and like everyone's starting to hate you, or you just like me and you go to war with everybody just because you can. And they'll build and maintain defensive stations, so your army will have time to get there. You can go to industrial focus. This sector will focus on generating minerals. Minerals, of course, are one of the most important resources in the game. It's what you build everything with, especially your lovely, lovely ships. You do have research focus. This sector will focus on generating research. This glorious stuff right here, which adds directly to this, which is, needed to make this go faster because that's how much you gain. You need 8,305. Holy shit. You need 3,000 more. Well, man, I have 0 store. I have 150 store there. But that's how much it's going to take to put towards it, which takes a long time if you don't have research. So this will focus on generating those. It'll make this skyrocket so you can do it a lot better. It wouldn't be bad to have a sector or two focused 100% on generating resources. It would never hurt. And of course, you got financial focus. This sector will focus on generating energy credits. Energy. Cash, basically. I don't like to keep this positive way, way high like I do minerals. I focus more on minerals because energy is more or less maintenance, in my opinion. I may be wrong in that, but as you can see, my ship maintenance is minus 102. So granted, I do keep on top of it, but I like to keep this way more positive than I do this, just because this is mainly maintenance. And then of course, you can do allow redevelopment. And what this does is, if on this planet, for instance, this is here, this mining network 2, say that is just, it's not a blank tile, that it wasn't a mineral, it was like this one right here. All right, it will allow them to destroy that and put like an energy there if I told them to focus on energy. All right, but how do you avoid them destroying and putting energy and ruining this +1, +1, +2, +3, or well, just normal 3. Anyway, one, just 1. All right, all the bonuses that are on the tile, you know what I'm talking about. At the bottom, you're like this. This is +1 minerals. All right, you can allow redevelopment and allow them to build, but you do respect tile resources. So that's how they won't destroy this. They won't like come in here and they won't click build, and they won't try to build a power plant. They won't try to build a power plant there because they're respecting the tile resource, which is kind of huge if you plan on maybe later on saying, all right, well, I'm good now. I got enough resources from my normal planet, my other sectors. I want these guys to focus on military. You want to switch mode of research. It will still keep that one the way it is, and they'll only focus on the ones that are blank or have the research focus on there, or the research tile in order to do it, which is nice. So I always keep this one respected because I don't want them to destroy the natural resources and just ruin it. It might not mean that much to some people, but to me it does. All right, and then you got the sector contribution. Currently, it goes to default of giving 50% of their monthly production of energy credits and minerals. Now, if it's a brand new sector that's fully developed, sure, leave it at 50, maybe even put it to 75. It does piss off the factions in there, so just be careful. What I like to do for brand new sectors, if, for instance, you come in here and say I built on this planet, which I haven't done yet. Say I literally just dropped the colony. It finished, and I came in here and I dropped the colony, and it finished. All right, and then I made them their own sector, maybe +1 more. All right, what that does is putting this at 0 will allow them to internally grow by themselves. It will allow them to, literally said, a sector is currently not supplying to any energy credits or minerals, focusing on internal growth instead. So as you can see, this sector, because it's so big and developed, they're getting +109 and +24. That's not going to me. So I click this, you're going to see it go down, and it comes to me. And I click it again, now it comes down even more, and it comes to me. Now these guys are already developed, so I'm not doing that. But if they were new, I'd do this, and I'd click seed. Now, I'd give them as much as I could probably spare where I could actually sit comfortable. And if they're a brand new sector, this is what I do. Because they will focus on building everything up the way they need to. And then, of course, on the far left side here, you have assigned leader. I already have one available that was there. This guy's leader recruitment cost minus 33%. When I first grabbed him, that's literally the only one that was good. The other ones were just kind of bogus. So I'm just going to go ahead and click him and put him on there. And what that is basically like your leader here. Under your normal government tab, that's what this is. And you assign them one of those, so it literally is the leader of the sector. Without one, I don't know what the negative consequence would be. It might make the factions a little bit less happy. I'm not 100% certain, but it's not something I really want to dabble with, so I'm going to allow it to stay there. But that's pretty much it, guys. Sectors are very powerful tools. Make sure you keep an eye on them, because if you don't, they will revolt. The factions inside them will end up getting angry, and they might revolt against you, try to rebel. So just keep them in check, keep an eye on them, keep a leader, keep them happy, keep them seated. If you do try to take too much from them, that'll piss them off even more. That's why I try to leave it at 50% when I can. Unless I'm like in a time of war, and I just need that much extra, it'll be okay. They'll get over it, because I'll drop it down to like 25%, and they'll come back down to you. Just play with it, guys. Take as many. Don't be afraid to take colonies, because you can make a sector of one planet if you want. And that's its own sector. Alright? That's its own sector now. Say you went over one, sure, make it. Alright? A lot of you want energy resources from him. Get yourself a new leader. Sure, we're going to go with this guy. Alright? And then that's it. Now that's its own sector. It's going to start giving me its resources. I don't have to worry about messing with it anymore, and I can take another planet. Do it as you go along. You can take this planet, add it to the sector. Take this planet, add it to the sector. And just keep going down the line. Build a frontier outpost, add it in. Sure, do whatever you want. Sectors are very powerful tools. I hope to help, guys. If you like what you saw, give a like, leave a comment, and always subscribe for more. I'm really enjoying making these videos. Once again, I really hope it helped. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.